Welcome to Teen Talk. Today we are going to explore the world of mentoring. That's a term that a lot of people use, but perhaps very few people understand. And most of the time, people think of mentoring as adults, and you're all adults, so I'm not going to minimize that. You are all adults, but I mean just older adults. Mentoring, being there for teens and other people. But today's program is about teens who are themselves mentors. So it's an extraordinary program. We're going to explore all the intricacies and the rewards. It's got to be very rewarding, right?
Yes,
but it takes time and everything. So we want to talk about the genesis of this because, as so often happens, good ideas come from, well, a variety of things. So let's start. Where did the idea start? The idea, I'm going to ask the adults, okay, the older adults, to give me an idea of where the idea to have teens mentoring kids in elementary school, where did it actually start? Who's got the ball here? Okay.
It actually started with Big Brothers Big Sisters. In 1997, we started...
I want to speak up to be sure we're very loud and get this all clear to everybody here.
Okay. In 1997, we started our first school-based program that focused on teens mentoring elementary school students. The main goal is academic, but as the match progresses, you realize the social skills and the basic self-esteem for both the child in elementary school and with the teens.
So academic means what? These teens are going to help because they have to be smart, right? If you've got something to help academically, like you can't not know something, right? Okay, you don't want to give them bad information. Okay, so what kind of fields, what kind of subjects, or what do they talk about?
They'll go over whether the child has homework, if they need help with the reading skills, coming up with activities on their own as well. With our 3rd and 5th grade right now, we're focusing on FCATs and just improving their overall academic well-being.
Now, you're actually in charge of the program at Big Brothers Big Sisters, which I guess you got everybody to wear these T-shirts.
Yes.
That's pretty good training right there. Very good. Now, so how do you choose a mentor?
Typically, they're referred to us by either their peer counseling teacher or other teachers or a guidance counselor. And they're taught about it in the beginning of the year to see if they're interested, and then they fill out an application and they're interviewed by a case manager. Anybody
get rejected? Some people. What do you look for in a mentor?
We look for leadership qualities, good grades, good attendance, and a drive to give back to the community.
And some people get maybe rejected or not? You take everybody?
Overall, well, because we go through the referrals, you have to be referred.
So by the time you get there, you're pretty,
yes.
I see.
Yes.
Very good. Anybody start off and maybe drop out? Because I would think that you have to have commitment, right?
Commitment's a big part of it. In their interview, because they're individually interviewed, they're asked what other activities they're involved in, whether they're working, and if they can fully commit to the entire year.
Sure. You don't want to drop out of this. Sometimes then the kid feels, left out or hurt. My mentor, the worst thing would be my mentor walked away from me. Wouldn't that be terrible?
Yes.
You know that, exactly. Very good. So is this like American Idol or one of these things that goes to the stars where you come there and there's this gruesome bunch of people sitting there looking at you? I mean, you ask questions and stuff?
It's actually very friendly, and when we do the actual interviews, it's one-to-one, very personal. We get to know every volunteer from where they're coming from and what they want to give back.
And how much time do they have to devote to being a mentor?
They have 2 30-minute sessions every month, and it's typically after school they're bused to the elementary school where they mentored the child for 30 minutes.
And it's one-on-one?
Yes.
Sounds great. Now, who wants to go next? Because I read about this program in the newspaper because Waste Management you've made monetary contributions, correct?
Right. We had the wonderful good fortune to host the National Waste Management Golf Tournament in South Florida last year in September. And one of the great opportunities was to take the funds and to reinvest them in the community. So I did a lot of interviewing with nonprofit organizations. We wanted to target children and families, and I have a background with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I'm a big sister from almost 30 years ago, and love the program. So when the organization came to us, we talked, and they laid out the fact that they had this Bigs in School program, and I loved it. And we asked them if they could target some of the communities in which Waste Management does business. And Coconut Creek is an important community for us and a neighbor to us. And we worked through that program, and we knew Coconut Creek Elementary School had some needs and some students who could benefit from the program. And Coconut Creek High School is located pretty much just across the street, and that they had a peer counseling program. So we looked at this, said it would be a great match from Big Brothers Big Sisters, and that Waste Management would fund it. And we did fund this program in these two schools as a startup, and it was a $75,000 commitment over 3 years.
So next time people see a Waste Management garbage truck,
Right.
they should think, boy, they do really good things.
We try, and we think, and this is an especially good program in our community. We feel great about it.
Now, the principal of the high school, Coconut Creek, tell us your perspective on your mentors and on this program.
Well, last summer, Mrs. Newton came to me with some ideas for the peer counseling program, which she's really energized. And she said there was an opportunity for our students, the Proud Cougars, to go to the Cougar Cubs, which is at elementary, the Coconut Creek Elementary.
So the Cougars are the name of the people who go to your school.
We are the Cougars, right?
Okay, Cougars.
And the Coconut Creek Elementary are the Cougar Cubs. So
I see.
she said that it was provided an opportunity for our students, our great juniors and seniors, to go over and mentor some of the elementary students. And even before she got done talking, it had said all the right things, and we, of course, were in at that point.
What's your perception of the role of mentoring as a generic thing, the role of people giving of themselves to other people, as you've seen it as a principal?
I think it's absolutely essential, and there are many children who are touched by this program, but the very fact that a child can say they have a mentor, and like you said, that is always there for them. In this case, that our students are going over to the elementary school during the month to talk to them about what their problems are, what their issues are. And I think many times what happens is the young kids will open up to our students, our mentors, in a different way than they would to adults. And so they get to some of the seeds of some issues, and I think can intervene in a lot of ways. So I think mentoring is absolutely essential, and we all need to do more of it.
Yes, it's actually the glue. I have to tell you, in all the programs that we've done on Teen Talk, again and again I have seen that people who take responsibility for being there for other people turn lives around. And that's really, we talk about mentoring, but we're really talking about turning lives around. So we're going to hear from some of the other people who are going to join us. We're going to say goodbye to the three of you who've been so kind to give us the background, and we're going to welcome other teen mentors. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. Now we're going to get into exactly what it takes to be a teen mentor to help turn the lives of younger students around. So we'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back. So now we're going to get to the heart of what it is to be a mentor, right? First, can you just, in your own words, maybe some of you describe what a mentor is? Or what, let me put it this way. I'm going to rephrase that. What did you think when you first heard about the possibility of being a mentor? What was your reaction to that? Anybody want to go first? Or am I going to have to wring it out of you?
Well,
okay, go ahead.
At first, I thought about a mentor was like, oh, I could be a role model to someone. I could make a new friend. I could be somebody, somebody a little to look up to.
Uh-huh. So you thought, I can be a mentor and somebody's going to look up to me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's not so bad, huh?
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Good. So you could strut in and they'd say, wow, I want to be just like her.